afternoon, beautiful people. Welcome to my channel. I'm Kate from Pixie Designs. Welcome if you're new, welcome back if you're a regular. Thanks for coming back, appreciate it. I was just faffing around making up some book page packs for a retreat that is in a couple of weeks, and I am just putting these little paper pockets in. Now this is not a new idea, and also it's from a video by Heather from Ruby and Pearl, which I'll link below. But I recently got this beautiful book from a secondhand bookshop, Stories of the Italian Artist, and initially I was just really attracted to this cover. It's very buttery yellow. It's quite an old book. I'm not sure what that date is there. You can look it up if you want to. But anyway, it's got these beautiful illustrations. So it's about the painters and artists of these times. And the paper's just so lovely and buttery. It might have a little bit of rag in it. I'm not sure. But look at that beautiful edge on there. Anyway, I decided I was going to make these little pockets. And also it's ABC April, so I thought paper pockets with pansies. So this is what we're doing. If you don't have dried and pressed flowers, you could just use a little sticker there or decorate these anyhow you like. And this little lovely picture is from Ruby and Pearl from a recent kit. I'll link that below as well. And I've just backed that with some really old book page and just sort of aged up the edges, and I think it looks really cute poking out of there. And I might pop some little other things in there, I'm not sure. So firstly you need a square piece of paper. So I went through and got my book pages and folded them like that so they were square, and just cut this end bit off. So I've ended up with a whole lot of these, which will make a great tag base or backing to something. So yeah, so imagine that was there, that's the book page, fold it over like that, and then take that bit off, and then you end up with a square. You then just go like this, sort of not quite up, not where the fold was, but just leaving a little bit of an edge, because that's what makes your little extra pockets. Turn it over, fold this in, and I mean you could be a lot more accurate than what I'm doing, but these book pages aren't straight in the first place, so I'm not going to stress out about it. Then bring this one in and try and make it like as even as possible, so the sides are kind of equal, and then you just tuck this into there. So it's a bit of a mass make. I'm making 18, I think, which doesn't seem that much when you first start, but actually then when you start making that many, 18 of everything, it does feel like quite a lot. Anyway, so I'm just going to fold these in like this. This will be a real quick video. I just thought I'd pop on. I know that most of you have seen all this before, so you can go watch something else, but someone might stumble across my channel and never have seen anything like this before and think, what a good idea, I'm going to do that. So we'll see. But anyway, it's just thought I would touch base. Thank you for all your lovely comments on my bird journal cover. Someone said, well, I didn't expect that after seeing the first video, and I was like, and I haven't answered, and I'm like, I didn't expect that after the first video either. So yeah, it was all a bit of a surprise. So now we've got all these like this. We want them to look like this. You could leave that there or just fold it back, but I'm going to fold mine back. That one is a bit wonky, and I'm going to tear the top off. Yeah, these aren't, I want them to look a little bit rustic, which is just as well, because that's what they look like. Yeah, these ones are a lot wonkier than my other ones, but that's okay. And just rip across the top, get rid of those pieces. This one's very wonky. Not quite sure how that happened. Make it a bit fatter, will that maybe bring this in a bit, and then bring this one in. That might be better. Yeah, so they're just really a receptacle for a few things, but also just to decorate the neutral book page packs that are going in the retreat junk journal kits. So something just quick and easy to make. Again, that one's a lot more wonkier than my other ones, but never mind, that's okay. Try not to worry about that, because once I've got something in them, and yeah, they're just a sort of a... Okay, so we've got all those. Now you could glue that in. I'm not sure whether I'm going to glue that in. But what I am going to do is get my pansies. I've got a few. I don't want anything too big. I've been trying to go through and find some smaller ones. I kind of want to keep that one intact because I like the leaves on it. So I might use this one. It's a bit big though. Here's a smaller one. Let's use that one. And then what I use is some matte medium. I have two kinds here. I have the Stress Collage medium, and so yeah, this one, which is an Ultra Matte Gel by Liquitex. And I'm just going to use a scrap here to lay the pansy on and just try and gently get some medium on the back without. And then I'm going to put medium on this flap here. Hopefully this will work, and then place my flower on, and then I'm just going to spread some medium over the top, trying not to rumple up the petals because they're very thin and very delicate. This medium does give a really good protection. It dries clear and matte. That's probably more than I normally will put on, but that's okay. And I'm going to cut the stalk off, so we don't need that. So let's wait for that one to dry. I'm just going to go and get my flower press and see if I've got some smaller ones. So last year I had a half wine barrel with nothing in it. It had had a lime tree in it for a few years that had never fruited and just hadn't thrived. So I pulled that out and I put some new soil in there, and I went and bought a whole lot of pansy plants from the hardware store. And I had this beautiful barrel just overflowing with pansies, and they've all kind of sort of died off, but not all of them. And actually I was just looking at them today thinking, oh, I should replant that barrel. And all around it, it's on our gravel driveway, all around it they've self-seeded. So today I spent a bit of time digging up the little pansies that have self-seeded in the gravel, and I'm hoping they will okay, so we have this one, which is beautiful, but it's quite big. Maybe I don't have any small ones. It's always a surprise as to what's in here because you do it so many weeks, so long ago, that this one has stuck. That's a shame. Maybe my papers are getting a bit too grubby. Yeah, you do it so long ago and then you forget what's in here. I thought I had more actually in here, so maybe they're in the bigger one. here's a little, this one's quite small. Again, I love the leaves on that one. I'd rather use the ones that don't have the leaves. This is a cool print that it's left on there. How is everybody? I hope you're all well. This is just a glorious day today, and so I thought before the rains come, because we have got some rain coming, I'd do some coffee dyeing, because I wanted to pop some coffee dyed papers in the paper kits. So yeah, that's done. Hopefully they'll be all right. So I've coffee dyed a whole lot of paper, which I'll need anyway, so it's partly from me. Okay, sorry, I will have a look in the big one and see if there's any in here, and if not, we'll just have to use what we've got. Although I do have stickers, I could try a few with stickers, but I'd like to use the real flowers. And then the girls who receive these will be able to use them in their journals or in their creating during the weekend. Okay, let's bring one down and see if we can squeeze one of these on. They're just all a bit big, aren't they? Wonder what else I've got that I could use. Yeah, I think they're all too big. I thought I had smaller ones. That's a shame. Here's a wee one. We can put that one on. It's a little bit, it's a bit wonky, but it'll be fine. Let's just do this, and then cover that with a nice amount of matte medium. Put our wee flower on. Oh. Okay, I'm leaving it there. Didn't quite get that right, but that's okay. It's on there nice and flat. One's actually really pretty. And then just pull, I'm just going to take the stalk off because I don't want that. So there we go, we've got 3. Don't know if there's any that are slightly bigger. I haven't actually taken those ones down yet. What else could we use? Little stickers. I have this little hydrangea flower. Will that fit onto one of them? Yeah, that will fit on there, so let's use that. That's what you don't want to do, is fold the petals over when you're putting this on. They're so delicate. Not great for a klutz like me. I don't have the most gentlest touch. I'm a bit clumsy. See if we can get this one up. Oh, uh-oh. Stuck to my finger, so we might have issues here. Oops, you can't even see what I'm doing, so that was really great. Trying to put it on without destroying it. Oh, there we go. I think we're good. I think we got it. There we go, and we'll just put lots and lots of this on. So it's well glued down and protected. Let's do one more. I've got quite a few hydrangeas here. They're not in the best of, you know, their colours have faded somewhat, but they are cute. So maybe this would be a good project for them. Here's a really cute one. I think that's cute, but I think might be better on the blank part. What do you think? Oh well. What am I need some book. I need some glue page, don't I? There we go. Today's Sunday. It's the last day of the school holidays, basically. So I'll be back to my 5:30 in the morning wake up calls and off to work to wake up the girls in the hostel and get them all ready, get them all cracking and up to school. I imagine tomorrow will be a slow start for some of them. First day back to school. Yeah, but so that'll be fun, getting back into that. Okay, I'm just going to use these because they're the right size. They have lost a bit of their colour, but that's okay. They still look cute, I think. So yeah, there we go. Paper pockets with pansies. Well, some pansies. I thought I had more than what I have. I mean, I've got heaps, but they're all just too big. So there we go. That's what they will look like. And now we will be able to just fill them up with a few things. So I had a pack here, sort of all stacked. What have I done with it? Let me show you what it's going to look like. Oops. So we'll have the neutral book pages, so there's some rag paper. I've actually penciled the dates on the pages that I know. Some of them are very old, from the 1700s. This one, for example, French from 1782, and this is going to sit on top somehow, and that's how it'll be. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 double pages, 9 double pages, and a single girl's own paper from the 1800s. So yeah, those are beautiful old book pages, and they're just some of the book pages, but they're the neutral ones that I'm including in the pack. So I really hope the ladies will like it. Oh, I'm off camera again, sorry. I really hope the ladies will like these. And yeah, so I thought they'd just be real cute with a little paper pocket sitting on top. So yeah, if you want to see Heather's video making these, go back, go down below, and I'll have linked it. So yeah, thanks for hanging out with me today. Thanks for watching. Just a quick, short, easy video. Something easy that anyone can make with some book page, old or new, tea-dyed paper, anything that's square. You just make these little pockets and kind of rough up these little edges, and then you can pop all sorts of things in them, and you could put them in an envelope and send them off to a friend as well. They're super cute, and you could use stickers or a bit of lace or anything to decorate these. Yeah, so thanks very much, and thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.